So, so hello everyone. So this video is a continuation of past videos. So in the past video, we did work into some of the project settings level, and then we have seen how to create the the teams, the iterations, and the area paths and everything. And then we moved to the project level. We added one repository, and then we added the test case. Now we will see the further things what we can do. So now here we will create, we will go to the backlog levels and we will create some backlogs. So how we'll work into this? Just I will go to the work items here, and this is all the test cases we created. So not all the work items. Go to the board levels or backlog levels. Sorry, I will go to the again my board levels only here, but I'm not finding any option to create the things. So the reason is I have to select a particular board. So I want to work with my QA team. So let's select here the QA team board here and select the team areas. It is a required one. So first go here, which team area you want to select. So I want to select it from the India Gmail QA team. So this one I want to select here. So let's again go to the same path, same location, the boards, and then the backlog level, and yeah, the QA team which I have selected here, and the path I have already selected the QA team. So now I will start creating with the new, the things here. So first, let's go first here. Uh, is possible I wanted to work from the my Epics things. So first I'll go to the this area, go to team configuration and select the Epics here. Now if you again go to the boards and then the backlog area, you will able to find the Epics as well here. So I want to start things from the Epic level, okay, and I don't want to see it as a board. I want to see it as a backlog items. The navigation things become easy when you will see as a the backlog. Sorry, again I have to add it here. So I'm creating one new work item. I my first the epic item will be, let's say, a maintenance. Okay, add to the top, and one more epic I want to add here. It is something related to the test implementation. Yeah, so epics are the parallel things, and every epic having the features, then requirement and tasks. So in this, let's say the epic, I want to add the maintenance. I want to do it for the smoke test. So just go here, and you will find out it's a feature. So in this feature, I want to add there's one smoke test feature, and here the area path and everything which we created in the past, these are the areas thing which you can understand, which we created. And the projects we can select it here. Okay, that we will see it later, how to select and all, and where when to select and where to select. As of now I'm not doing, but we can select directly from here as well. But the area path is important, good if you will select it at one shot only. So this is my area path which I selected recently into just 2 minutes before. So this is what area path will come default, because I'm working for the QA team and for the India team. So this is what my area path is. So smoke test I created, and in this smoke test I will be having one requirement. So requirement will be for, this is my release version. For one project you can have a multiple release version, so it's my first project and I'm starting from zero, so I'm writing release version 1. But after 6 months, let's say you have a delivery and you are going with the this release version you want to close, you can start your new requirement with the release version 2. So it will be easy to understand which the release version, which are the the requirements you have picked up. So this is release versions will be, we will define it into the requirement level, not on the epic level. So please note down here, release version we are defining based on the requirement level. So as a test manager, I want to gain effective results from the smoke test. I'm closing this one, and in this we will be adding some of the you know the task. What kind of task we can add it here? So let's add one task here. So the task, because this is the look, the name itself is telling us a recurring, the requirement. So, and might be my task will be the keep repeating it sprint to sprint. But if I want to differentiate, so I will give the release name version one, and apart from that, I will add the iteration name. Let's say I'm adding it here, IT01. Okay, this I want to pick up into the IT01. So let's add here. And apart from that, if you have any details you want to add, you can add it, but I'm keeping it empty as of now. So release version 1, IT01, this one I created. And apart from that, there are multiple things which we can do. Smoke test 1 is the recurring task where we want to maintain it. And apart from that, few more tasks I'm adding it here. Consider as a test case development. Test case execution. Test case review rework. Test case validation. Test case validation work, and this is done. And let's say one more requirement I want to add on smoke test level. And this is, let's say after a year, consider this is the release version has closed and another release version is coming. How it will be look like? I will just copy this information from here. And and in this feature level, one more requirement will come here, and I will say the release version 2. And these are the things. And same thing, let's say the similar kind of task will be there. So for time being, I will just create one task. Might be my smoke test will got modified into the release version 2. At that time, how it will look like. And might be some of the IT will be keep changing. Might be let's say in the 6 month of time spent, I will complete around 12 or 14 12 sprints, and it will start from IT13. So it might be look like IT13. This is just what I created, but we are not making use of it. But it will be help us to understand how to be look like the project structure when you're working into the big release cycles for your projects. So how it will look like. So that's the reason I just created as a dummy task, as when I'm not looking into it. So this is what I look like my the maintenance level things. Let's say there's a one test implementation. Okay, and recently we created some of the test cases. Okay, and now I want to create one feature here. This feature will be STS test implementation. Save here. And sorry, can I delete this? Yeah, I can delete this. Sorry, I wanted to add into this epic. Something got wrong from my end. So I'll just minimize this one. It will become easy to navigate. STS test is again the feature. yes, test implementation. And now in this feature, a few requirements I will add. So my requirements will be how look like it will be. So first we will note down my test cases things here, numbers for time being, or I can open it into the new tab here. It will things will become easy for me to look what are the test case things and names I'm having. Again, go to the boards and viewers backlog, and this is the thing. This is my feature, and in this feature, I will like to add a requirement. A login without username. What is the number for organization TC60? So just give it as a 60, save and close, and done. And one more requirement here. So this is the how the requirement statement is. As a test manager, what's my role is and what my objective toward what I want to achieve. This is the way we will, define the statement every time for when you are defining any new requirement. So login without username is a 61. Sorry, this is the old name where somewhere I have defined. So that's why it's coming like this. But we have to modify based on the numbers which we are seeing it here. So this is how the statement will look like. Mhm. A new and new one more uh, requirement. As a test manager, I want to look with the login without password. So this is the 62. So this is what I have defined as TC62 login without password here. And yeah, and one more requirement I'm adding it here. Login with wrong password 64 here. And this is one thing. And one more requirement I want to add here. 65, I think this is the number. 64. Oh, so in the past, I think I added a wrong number. 64 login with the valid credentials. And login with wrong password is, I think, it's a 63. Yeah, so this is 63 here. So just get it stop. And same thing how we have added below into the requirement, the task for this thing. The task is development, execution, review, validation, similar kind of task. We can add it for the all these requirements what we have defined here. But I'm just keeping it here because we have already created one task. Similar kind of task we have to add it into this level. Okay, so this is done. Now go to the sprint section. Select team sprints from here. So select again the which iteration we want to work. So save and close. And I'm just adding it here some of the iteration things uh, for the testing team iterations. Similarly, we can add it for the development team as well. So this is what we can do it into the project settings and in the team configuration area. We have to select the iterations as well. Yeah, and my current iteration will be uh, based on the current date what I have. Okay, so I saved it here. Now again go to the board section and then sprint section area. and you can see it here. This is my QA team, and I'm able to see all these sprints which I have. So as of now, it's the current sprint, but if you select here, these are the things you'll find out, and some work details you can see here, planning and off. But first of all, in this sprint, we have to add a task. So how we will add a task here? So let's go to the again backlog level, and let's say some of the smoke test related activity I wanted to get deal into my IT1 sprint. So how will I do it? Go to this particular the requirement and modify the iteration area here. If let's say I just did it for this one, and consider this is one more requirement I want to, but this is for the version 2, so we'll not pick up this. Consider one of the test case development I want to work here. Let's say this login without username I wanted to implement into the my IT01 sprint. So go here and modify the iteration path here, and yeah, let's move to the sprint and then check into, yeah. So in IT01 sprint we can see the 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 work packages or what I can say, the requirements which we want to pick up, that came which we have modified the path that came into the IT01 sprint, and we will see it is as a backlog things or as a task board things. And now um, these are the things. And if we want to define any new task or activity here, we can define. But in the we have seen here there are two ways to define a task. One thing, we can directly add the task from here, okay, and one thing which we have added a task into the past from there, we can pick up directly. As of now, the task already I created. So again, I will go to the sprint, especially for the this test smoke test activity. So I will go to the board section, obvious backlog and maintenance smoke test, and these are the things. So these are the some of the you know this task. Let's say I wanted to work. Again, go here. It is good idea that to create a task into the directly into the estimate level, so you don't have to navigate again and again this activity thing. Actually, I'm one more thing I can do it here, I think. If or the thing is, or before adding a task, if you will change the path itself here directly, all the tasks which you are creating directly will get into the uh, you know the default, all the tasks will get to navigate the area path from their parent. But I didn't work into it before, so I have to go manually all these things. uh, so this is one thing. Again, let's go to the sprint area and we can see all the tasks. If I will add directly here any task, it will be automatically getting reflected into the backlog area. So this is the thing. So now once you start with the sprint, this is the backlogs and the task we will define. After that, based on the team members, whatever you have added for the QA team members, we can define the capacity planning for them based on their leave plan or the holidays which we have. And if you have noticed in the QA team, I have added a two members, okay, and dev team two members. So these are the the team members which I have added. So if I will understand the leave plan, considering this is the sprint from June 21 to July 22. So and then particular candidate want to take a leave on 23rd, just define the one leave. This is one thing. And this particular candidate want to take a leave for let's say 2 days. Okay, this is what we can define here. And there might be one holiday into the team level. Let's say consider might be the you know, uh, mm, 29 is a team of, okay, define it here. And the capacity we can define it here for a per candidate. Might be this is the this person has a capacity of might be he's a scrum master, the person, and the person has a capacity of 4 hours in a day, 4 hours per day. And these are the proper QA engineers, and they have a capacity of 6 hours per day. Okay, just define this one and then save it, and you will find out work details here and the capacity for the particular sprint. So yeah, so based on the after declaring the day off, team's day off, and the particular holidays for the candidates, and as per the three members capacity, this is what the become the capacity. It is 126 hours, and then go to the backlog level, task board level, and as of now this is the default as I created. This is came from my name, but we can assign it to the, let's say, consider this Manish Kabra is a Scrum Master, and this particular activity he want to assign to the this particular member from the team, Shikhar Mundra, and then another web package to the this Saika Mundra NST. So this is what the web package assigned, and after that member can go and they can estimate the hours based on their understanding towards the complexity of task. Let's say consider they are feeling that this particular activity they can finish in 5 hours. They fill it, and once they start filling these hours, this will start getting it burned. This work package, this requirement has got moved to the this person Shika Mundra, but this the test cases also has to be required to move the name of Shika Mundra. Yeah, you can see the capacity moved accordingly. Okay, this is 5 hours. Consider this one person want to take for this particular activity 10 hours, and yeah. So and consider for this one he want to spend again 10 hours, and consider for this activity it might require only 4 hours. So this way we can fill the capacity of a individual people, and this one will move to again this one, and this one might be the scrum master want to do work into this area. So this is the way like how we can define the the requirements and the the task level, and then we can define the capacity and the hours for the particular task. Yeah.